I'm Ted, a grandchild. My name is Sudha London. My licensed cognitive behavior therapist and a licensed mental health counselor. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the contents in this channel. This is all my thoughts, my speculations, and my opinions.
With his siblings, Hunter and Maisie, all attending the University of Idaho together. Hunter and Maisie and their parents, Jim and Stacy, now telling their story in a new Prime Video docuseries, One Night in Idaho, The College Murders, remembering their 6'4", larger-than-life brother and son.
We played every sport together. Every time we went in the car, it was together. Partied together. There was never a dull moment.
The night before Ethan was killed, Maisie brought him to her sorority formal. She now cherishes the text he sent her before bed.
So he started off by texting me. I think he said, "Dog, come hang out. We all want you here." And I said, "I'm going to bed." And then he said, "Love you." And I didn't even respond to that. I think I was asleep by then.
And the "I love you" kind of stood out, though.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Hunter, who pledged Sigma Chi with Ethan, says the next morning a friend at the fraternity woke him up saying the police were at XANAS' house.
Hunter Johnson came up to me and said, I was like, "Where's Ethan and Xana?" And he's like, "They're not here anymore." So "What do you mean they're not here anymore?" He's like, "I think they were murdered last night."
Hunter was forced to call his family with the news, his parents in disbelief.
It drives me crazy because I've always wanted to protect my family.
Every sport together. Every time we went in the car, it was together. Partied together. There was never a dull moment.
The night before Ethan was killed, Maisie brought him to her sorority formal. She now the other with a big football game. The friends snapping this photo that Saturday.
It was a normal weekend for us, just hanging out with our friends.
The next morning, Emily says Dylan, one of the surviving roommates, called her concerned, asking her and Hunter to come over.
In the documentary, you tell the story of really not feeling alarmed when Dylan called you.
I joked around with her on the phone. You know, it's something you would never expect.
It's November, so I had shorts on, slides on. Like, I wasn't prepared to obviously stay there. I was just going over to check to see what's going on. I would say as soon as you get there, you know something's wrong.
Hunter was the first person to arrive to King Road to discover what happened. Their friend Josie Louderin, who was also there, describing the moments in the docuseries.
As soon as I stepped in the house, I was like, oh, something is so not right. Like, you could feel it almost. Hunter was ahead of me and Emily and immediately was pushed out. And Hunter was like, "Get out, somebody call 911.
You hear Hunter on the 911 call, telling the girls there was an unconscious person, protecting them from the graphic details.
Is she breathing?
No.
How did you remain so calm in that moment?
Truly, in my heart, I believe God was with me that day, and he gave me the strength to get through that day.
As authorities entered the home, the friends say they were told to sit outside, waiting for hours with little information.
We watched the ambulance come and we watched them immediately leave. So I think that was a hard part for sure.
It can't be close. I don't know when this body cam was taken, so out of respect for the victims, I won't even try and analyze what I see. I just think it's strange. If there was a body, then they should have just blurred out the whole door. I don't know what it is. May the rest in peace. What if a fight broke out from this ping pong table to Xana's room? Didn't they say that Ethan was found in the sitting position towards the bed? So if somebody was found in that position, they would have clearly seen Xana on her way to Bethany Funky's room. She ain't lying about that. And if the room was open, guys, let's just use our critical thinking. You can see somebody lying down. Even if their head was, just say if they were in the other position. Just say if the legs is what we could see, you would have seen the legs. If the head was out, you would have seen the head. You would have seen something. And I find it strange that they blurred it. The only reason I'm zooming to it is because I want to see how much DM and BF said she saw Zana on the floor, how much they could see, and why they didn't call 911. So you can make up your minds. I don't know what we're looking at, guys, to be honest. But no matter what it is, with all due respect, may the victims rest in peace. No matter what we're looking at, we should remember that DM said Zana was lying on the floor. So for Zana to be lying on the floor, she said her legs were faced towards the door and her head towards the wall. Wasn't it that is what she said, I believe? Okay, you have a white cupboard there. You have a couple of small cupboards. Something black on the floor. It looks like a person, honestly. What I'm trying to say is DM would have seen all that. So why didn't she call 911? It looks like a fight broke out here. The way things are scattered. Why would Kaylee be dancing in such an untidy place? A dirty place, honestly. I believe she would have picked up all these stuff, put the cushions back in its place. Thanksgiving was coming up. Kaylee's car looks neat. Her room looks neat. The third floor looks neat. So I don't think Kaylee would be just chilling and dancing in such filth. Doesn't make sense. And DM told the officer that the party was from 2 days ago. So why didn't they clean up? I really believe that there was a party that night. Xana and Ethan, I've said from day one, must have had a gathering here. And things turned out bad. Because some of it was pre-planned, in my opinion. So I'm still continuing with the living room. That's where you see Xana's bedroom. I don't know what that is. But if Xana or Ethan were lying on the floor, DM said she saw them and she would have definitely seen them. So what would make her believe that they were unconscious unless they cleaned up? I think these pictures are maybe after, a couple of days later. I really don't know what time these pictures were taken. But she would have seen them. She has a clear view before going down to the first floor.
That we had been stalked for so many months.
Describing the morning, students Xana Kernodle, Ethan Chapin, Kaylee Goncalves, and Maddie Mogan were found stabbed to death in their off-campus home.
As soon as I stepped in the house, I was like, oh, something is so not right.
Friends Josie Louterin and Emily Allen and her boyfriend Hunter Johnson were the first on the scene. In Prime Video's upcoming docuseries One Night in Idaho, The College Murders, revealing that one of the surviving roommates, Dylan, called saying she was scared and asking them to come over.
When Dylan had called, I didn't think it was urgent. When we got there, Dylan and Bethany had exited the house. They frightened, just kind of like just hands on their mouth, like I don't know what's going on type thing.
I set foot in the house and immediately Hunter was like, get out, somebody call 911.
Johnson was the first to realize they were in a crime scene. You can hear him on the 911 call, ushering everyone outside.
When we were interviewing them, it was quite a raw emotional experience for them to relive sort of second by second how that day played out and how the weeks played out afterwards.
In November 2022 killings, graduate student Brian Koberger was arrested and charged with the murders.
Is BF and DM actually trying to tell us that they did not know that they were in the middle of an active crime scene for 8 hours? DM said that she heard Kaylee saying, "There's somebody here." She said Kaylee ran upstairs with Murphy and then she came back running downstairs. So how did Kaylee end up on Maddie's bed? Explain that, Dylan. Something is not right. Are they taking our bits and pieces out of the crime scene and narratives out of the crime scenes? Stefan in Vampire Diaries tells Bonnie, the witch, of Vampire Diaries, he says, "I'm here to help you." Isn't it strange that DM was watching Vampire Diaries? You can imagine how the psychological thought process is going after watching such disturbing episodes of Vampire Diaries. The adrenaline rush. Should be excited over the scene, all kind of emotional processes are going through her brain. She herself said she wasn't sure if she was hallucinating, if she was dreaming. She said she was seeing fuzzy, blurry vision. She didn't get a psychiatrist evaluation. She didn't get therapy. How would they know where her mental health, her psychological health was? What kind of state of mind she was at? What was fictional? What was truth? What was she saying that was genuine? What could she have been making along the lines? I've never seen a crime scene in any country. Believe me, I've been in international countries and I'm telling you, you never see a crime scene that is not locked down immediately. All the people standing outside, the surviving roommates, should have been put in separate cars. Just like they put Jack D, who got himself an attorney. They should have put everyone in separate cars, taking them to the police location, to the police office, got all the off-duty officers on duty. This is a quadruple, for crying out loud, that happened. And they take it so lightly. They should have called the Federal Bureau of Investigation. I've said that from day one, over thousands of times. They should have. Not they could have, they should have. Because they did not know if the suspect crossed state boundaries. What were these people playing with? And why would they take it so lightly? They were giving these people, all these surviving roommates and all the people on the crime scene who enjoyed the crime scene for 8 to 9 hours. It's impossible that one man did it in 2 minutes, in my opinion. The fraternities, sororities that are hanging around at the grub truck, the Banfield boys, they all know what happened that night. Even if they did not do it, they know what happened. Let me know what y'all think. They had zero control, even after the crime scene happened. This young man, John Jack Rogers Showalter, drove off. It's been confirmed. You saw the recording. He called the police from Boise, Idaho. 5.5 hours away from Moscow, Idaho. Nobody got to see. The detectives didn't get to see his hands. If it was cut, if it was injured like Jack D allegedly, nobody got to see anything of these. If he had weapons, if he got rid of his weapons, if he stopped in any stops, got gas, got food, got vapes, got anything. And this is the same man that they found red liquid DNA outside his door. And they found more red liquid DNA inside Jack D's house. So what is going on? He had to call the police to tell them that he actually left town. And they started all lawyering up. He could have taken the weapon. Like 4chan said, they got rid of it in Garden City. Or it could have been David Berry. He was driving. He said he was on sober watch. He's a professional junior wrestler. And he's a skilled hunter. He could have got rid of the weapon. I don't think this is far from his family's cabin's house. His mother, father, 2 brothers are doctors. Why didn't Jack D call Maddie and Kaylee's parents? Why did he get himself an attorney? And why did he look so roughed up? From his clothes. This is a couple of days after the unalivings. The day of the unalivings, he was hiding something. He had his hand behind his back, and the other hand looked injured and cut. Why did he get himself an attorney? I've never trusted Jack D. Jack Showalter, Hunter, and the surviving roommates, in my opinion. They all knew about these crimes before 10 a.m. So I'm starting to wonder if Xana and Ethan had a gathering and things went bad. And we have Jack D and we have Jack Showalter threatening the girls. You know they're going to get you for that, Maddie. So something happened at the corner club too. And Sigma Chi is involved in both of these incidents, in my opinion. Please like, share, and subscribe. May the victims rest in peace.